Okay, so I'd like to just read for you the last poem in my pamphlet, The Bone Staircase. It's actually the first poem that I wrote in this sequence, and it's called Womb. I'm looking at a tree. I regurgitate my tea, and the water rushes up into the tap. It's getting earlier and earlier. Soon we're reversing around the Dordogne as summer flies unpick themselves from the windscreen. Mum and Dad's ashes turn to flesh in Rotherham Crematorium as they go back to exhaling cigarettes and unwatching Crime Watch in a series of bungalows. At the London Olympics, everyone is running backwards and fewer people are tapping at computers, which are getting slower and slower as their modems get louder and louder. East London is getting worse. Camden Town is getting better. Canary Wharf is getting lower. Brixton is getting blacker. I go back to university, unmeet my husband. The millennium comes in an implosion of fireworks. In Berlin, spray paint peels off the wall, liquefies, is sucked into a can. The same thing happens in New York, where everybody is breakdancing. Suddenly, a lot of my friends are getting really small, and they're stuffed, scream-inhaling into the wombs of their scream-inhaling mothers. Somehow, I'm still here, and hair is being cut longer. The Beatles are back together, and all their records are spinning backwards, except the ones with hidden satanic messages, which are spinning forwards. Soon my mother is pushed back into Grandma's womb, and women everywhere leave factories and start unpicking their knitting. Hemlines get lower, and dresses suddenly puff to a sheen as everything gets slower and slower. But there are still wombs. Marie Antoinette finds her head. Men wear wigs and then tights, and Columbus or the Vikings lose America. And the Mongols and the Muslims and the Goths and the Christians and the Romans retreat, cities disappearing. Cleopatra brushes off her makeup. Wheat fields grass over. Ceramics turn to clay. Stone circles are dismantled. Cave artists scrape ochre back onto pallets, and it's wombs and wombs all the way until the last few people hop back across the savannah, their arms getting longer and longer. The trees welcome them back.